Hey, what's up, VC? It's Steve again, Harmless Rebel. I just wanted to do a quick response to Matthew Smith's 3 subs contest. The basic gist of the basic gist was to put together some 3 to 30 second clips of pieces of music that you really loved, whether it was a beat, whether it was a riff, whether it was a vocal. I actually right off the top of my head thought of about 15 or 16 different little snippets that I wanted to play and decided to narrow it down to just 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 that I didn't think anybody else would select. Try to do it a little different. So let's go ahead and get going. The first one is Hooverphonic 2 Wiki. This was an awesome song. I think it came out in 96, 95, 96, if I remember correctly. The sample here that they use is actually from Walk On By Isaac Hayes, which I think is by far Isaac Hayes' best song. So let's go ahead and check that out. I really love that transition there. Obviously, the backbeat and the horn there are directly from Walk On By. But that transition that they use there is really sick, and I've always loved that. The lyrics to this song I've always thought were kind of silly, but the music itself they do a really good job of sampling it and remixing it. So that was my first song. Again, that was 2 Wiki from Hooverphonic. Next up is Morbid Angel. I'm pretty sure that nobody else selected Morbid Angel. I should say they are. They're a death metal band. They've been around since the late 80s. This is one of my favorite intros to any heavy metal song ever. This was from their album Blessed Are the Sick, which came out in 91. This is from the song Fall from Grace. It's actually about a minute-long intro. I'm just going to play the first bit of it so you guys can get a basic idea. But it's a really groove-oriented intro that I've always loved. The drums, the bass, the guitar working together, it's just done phenomenally. It's just amazing. So check it out. We'll go ahead and cut it there. That was a little bit longer than I wanted to play. Most death metal bands aren't really known for that groove, and that's one thing that I thought was really cool in this album. This is actually Altars of Madness is probably my favorite album from Morbid Angel, but Blessed Are the Sick is a really close second. So again, that was Fall from Grace. Next up is Dio. When everybody thinks of Dio, they think of Holy Diver and they think of that album. When I think of Dio, I always think of Strange Highways. And I think it's just one of those situations where Strange Highways was the first album that I bought from Dio. I actually bought it at a pawn shop in Glendale, right outside of Phoenix. I remember buying it for like $1.50. I used to. It's funny. Now I frequent pawn shops and thrift stores for records. Back then, I used to do it because it was one of the cheapest ways to buy CDs. So, and I ran across this, and while Dio is not one of my all-time favorites, I really like this album. And the song is Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost. And it's just a really cool guitar effect that that the guitarist uses one time in the song that I've just always thought was the coolest thing ever. So let's listen. I just always thought that was really cool. Here it goes. So that was it for that one. Again, that's Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Ghost from Dio off of Strange Highways. Next up is probably my all-time favorite, if not, I take that back. This is probably my second all-time favorite metal album. This is off of Seasons in the Abyss. This is the song Seasons in the Abyss. And during the intro, Dave Lombardo does this amazing drum fill. And it's just always blown me away. This is one of the things, this song is one of the songs that made me want to play drums. And I really strive to be able to do this, and I was never able to. It was funny, after the first time I saw Slayer, I believe Paul Bostaph was playing drums for him. It was after Dave Lombardo had left the band the first time. And I saw them live, and he couldn't even do this this roll here. I mean, it's that good that Paul Bostaph, who's an amazing drummer in his own right, just couldn't pull it off. And it kind of ruined the song, to be perfectly honest. But let's just play the little clip here. Here. Like, he's just so fast. He's such an amazing drummer. Actually, one of the guys from the VC just turned me on to his new band, Film. I highly recommend you check out that band. It's a very cool. It's not metal. It's almost got like a '60s psych feel to it. The guitars are very 60s psych, maybe a little bit progressive, and it's really, really cool. I definitely recommend you guys check that out. But again, that was Seasons in the Abyss from Slayer. And then the last one, you know what? It reset it. Oh, man. The last one is Sunshine from Alice in Chains. I'm going to have to mess with this a little bit because for some reason it reset the song. Here it is. Sunshine. Lane Staley's vocals, I think he was by far the best singer of the era, you know, the early '90s. You know, and it really is. It's very sad that we ended up losing him to heroin a few years after this. But his vocals were amazing, and not just that, the soul that he had in his singing. You know, if you guys have seen Alice in Chains Unplugged, you can see the pain in his lyrics, and I've never seen another artist that can emote the way that he does. There's some that are really good. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I mean, you look at him and you listen to his lyrics, and you can feel the pain in his voice. This was the first song where I was like, man, this guy can wail. This was maybe the second or third song I heard from Alice in Chains, and Alice in Chains ended up becoming my favorite band of that time. A day didn't go by that I didn't listen to Alice in Chains for probably a good 5-year period. I mean, that's how much I like the band. But yeah, just this little clip of him singing the word sunshine, it's always blown me away how good his vocal is here. I'll just play the clip again real quick. And that's it, guys. Congratulations for the contest, Matthew. I watch your videos on a pretty regular basis, and I mean, we've gotten a couple conversations going over the last little while here. I hope you guys dig the videos or the sound clips, and maybe check out some of the songs if you're not familiar with them. Other than that, once again, take care of you.